And welcome to this edition of Storm Watch. I'm Joshua Wisel here in the Texas Weather Tracker TV Storm Studios. And what we have here is the regional enhanced satellite imagery. And as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on. We have all sorts of activity in the central southern plains all the way to the west coast. And we have a subtle shortwave energy that's making its way into the central and southern plains. That's bringing all that rain and shower activity. And as you can see, that's also going to be bringing a lot of rainfall with it as well. Notice a large area of heavy rainfall extending from the big country of Texas, even parts of New Mexico, all the way up into the Kansas City area. And then we have a lot of activity also to the west coast, where there is a big trough that's going to be making its way into the southern plains early next week, bringing some shower and storm chances. But along the west coast, a lot of rain activity possible, and even some elevated snow potential up to the northwest, even into the Salt Lake City area as well. So some rain and snow chances out on the west coast. Here's a look at our heavy rainfall zone today. This extends all the way from West Texas all the way into southeastern Kansas. Oklahoma City is included in that as well. So anywhere in those darker shades of green, there is going to be the potential for some flash flooding. It's not the high risk, but there's still going to be a fair amount of rain that is extending over these regions, especially because there is quite a bit of drought still in Oklahoma. That means that the soil is not going to be able to absorb all that rainfall as quickly as if we have had rainfall keeping that soil moist and able to soak up all of that rain. So where's the risk for severe weather today? Well, it extends from Oklahoma City all the way through Midland, and this is where we're going to be seeing the potential for some rain and thunderstorms. There could be some risk for hail, wind, and even some tornadoes. And here's a look at that tornado zone today, pretty much highlighting the Midland area. It's not the high risk for tornadoes or anything like that, but it is a decent shot for an isolated tornado or two, especially from La Mesa, Midland, all the way down to Pecos, Hobbs, New Mexico. Those areas could see an isolated tornado or two, and that is with the risk for any sort of isolated supercells. Now, here's a look at the extended short-range model, and this is going to be showing you around Midland. Notice there's a couple of supercells that are going to be possible along the I-20 corridor. That's going to be where we're watching for the potential for that isolated tornado risk or two. Notice it continues, a couple supercells possible across the I-20 corridor, and this is going to be extending into the overnight period as well. And then as we make our way further to the north into Oklahoma, this is where we're looking at that chance for all that heavy rainfall. Notice a big area of rainfall sweeping into central Oklahoma tonight. That's going to bring a chance for some heavy rainfall, flash flooding, even an isolated chance of some, severe weather, talking mostly damaging winds in that area. Rainfall totals across the area in the state of Oklahoma into West Texas, you can see some areas could pick up to 5 inches of rainfall. So that flash flooding risk is going to be a concern, especially in Oklahoma City, up into the Tulsa Metroplex, even down into Lawton. Or like I mentioned, that drought, it's not going to be able to absorb all that rainfall. So 3 to 5 inches of rainfall is quite a bit. So keep that in mind if you're out driving tonight. In these areas, there could be some ponding on roadways. Some areas that are prone to flash flooding could be impacted by this heavy rainfall. Overall across the region and the United States, we're talking 50s are going to be the highs for the West Coast near Seattle all the way to Salt Lake City. Warmer in the southern United States as usual, 84 in Miami today. We're going to be in the 70s here in North Texas. That is a look at the storm watch for today.